When Natalie first came to see Dr. Pixie, her long-term condition was causing her more than just a spot of bother, and she had finally reached bursting point.
I've had children shout out to me in the past, "Oh, you've got cancer on the face." I avoid being out when the kids come out from school. It's also learning to live with pain. If I've got something bad on my bottom, then I don't sleep much.
Why are you here?
I've been suffering with boils and cysts since the age of 12. It's just a living hell, and it doesn't get better, it's getting worse. I seem to get a boil and it will pop, and I can still take stuff out of it years later. I've got ones on my face and on my back and on my bottom that will still produce pus 7, 8 years after it's popped.
Okay. Let's have a look. They are very sore looking. That's one there now, which that's active at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
And they're leaving big pits in your skin, aren't
scars,
they?
yeah.
How will this one progress, for example? Will that get bigger?
Over the next few days, that will get much, much bigger and angrier. And then eventually it will burst.
It will burst. And does that leave a kind of a smelly...
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, very
smelly, bloody...
Hot, smelly and bloody.
Do the little pits then, are they uncomfortable?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just always uncomfortable. I never really have a day where I don't have pain.
And what about the skin on your face? Tell me about that.
I could squeeze my face all day long and bring stuff out of it and start again the next day and squeeze all day long. There is just always something to take from my face, always. It's just the top part, not the bottom.
And this is obviously quite annoying as well, because trying to sleep on this or anything is...
Very much so, and I will never, ever, ever show my back off.
Natalie was suffering from one of the harshest and most painful forms of acne. Cystic acne, which is actually quite rare. But 80% of the population will experience a milder form of acne at some point in their lives, with those aged between 11 and 30 years most likely to suffer. However, roughly 5% of women and 1% of men will continue to experience symptoms.
My suggestion would be to see a specialist dermatologist and go through all the things that you've already had and then discuss an appropriate mix of perhaps antibiotics to deal with the flare-ups and try and break the cycle of that, and then maybe a laser treatment to try and help with the scarring. So to do the two together. You know, I think even a small level of improvement for you would be a huge step.
Yes, very much so, yeah.
Later, find out if Natalie's problem has finally come to a head.